Look at a neighbor and just simply say, if you want it, get up and get it. We're in a season when ain't nobody handing you nothing. If you want it, then you better show some effort and get up and get it. Get up and get it if you really want it. What's your excuse? Excuse is to serve as an explanation or justification. You know, we always trying to explain why we have an excuse, why we can't be on time, or why we can't do what someone asks us to do when they need us to do it, or we justify why it hadn't been done yet. Excuse, to serve as an explanation or justification. We all can attest to the fact that we live in a society where excuses have become the norm. We have made excuses part of our everyday life. We have adopted an excuse for the way we are, the way we live. We've even made excuses for the behavior of our children. Well, we say it like this. Well, you know, little Johnny suffers from ADD. That's why he acts the way he acts, when all little Johnny needs is a little being. We use an excuse for so many things, but here it says, let me give you a few more excuses that we use. For example, we use the excuse. We have an excuse for why we're late for work. Well, my alarm clock didn't go off. If it did, I just didn't hear it. If we single, we use the same old excuse year after year why we can't live holy or wait on God. Most of our excuses sound like this. Well, you know, I'm just tired of waiting, so I'm just going to settle for this. He doesn't have a job right now, but I'll settle for Jody because Jody got some triceps and some biceps, and Jody got a nice curl in his head, and Jody looks real good. So Jody ain't got no job, but Jody is what I'll settle for because that's my excuse. Well, Jody, while you going to work, uses the same excuse every day. While you going to work, well, honey, while you going, I'm going to look for a job. But you left Jody sitting there with the remote control, flipping the channel. You done work 9 to 5, coming back in the door. Jody still got the same old remote, still on HBO, ain't moved nowhere, and he's still saying, baby, how you doing? They supposed to be calling me for a job. They just ain't called yet. But Jody in your house, eating your food, driving your car, because he's waiting for his to come. Excuse. But we settle for Jody because they come a dime a dozen, Pastor. So I better settle for this one because another one might not come my way. Jody ain't got nothing to give you, nothing to present to you, nothing to offer you but a headache every day. But you want Jody. Oh, can we go a little farther? Jody keep using the same old line, but because you're weak in your flesh, because you can't bring that flesh under subjection, you settle, instead of God giving you the absolute, you settle for the substitute. Jody is just the substitute. Jody ain't the real thing. Jody don't even look like, smell like what God want to give you, but because you want to settle for that excuse, here's Jody. Can we handle a little bit more excuses that we use today? The next excuse we use, if we obese, we use the excuse where, you know, in my family, we just all big bone. We all look like this. I don't care what I do. my Aunt Jody, Aunt Susie, Mary, Jacob, all of them. All of them big bone because it runs in my family. That's an excuse. If you go to the doctor and the doctor diagnosed with you with diabetes or high blood pressure, you agree with him and say, well, you know that runs in my family. Whatever the doctor say, yeah, my mama died with that. My daddy had that. So it just runs in my family. So I can just relax and realize that it's just going to happen to me. If you take the time to talk to most homosexuals or lesbians, their excuse is, I was born this way. But I'm here to beg to differ, baby. You ain't born that way. The enemy has stole you a lie and made you feel like you born that way. You ain't born that way. Anything that don't produce is not of God. Look at a neighbor and say, you need to rid yourself of every excuse and realize that Isaiah 53:5 says he was wounded for our transgressions and he was bruised for our iniquities, and the chastisement of his peace is upon me, and with his stripes I am healed. When Jesus went to the cross, hung, bled, and died, he bled for every excuse you had. He hung for every excuse you might think of. He hung, bled, and died for every excuse. And when he got up, he gave us power over every excuse. When he got up, he gave us power over every sickness. When he got up, he gave us power over every disease. When Jesus got up, he gave you power over the works of darkness. So there is no more excuses. Every excuse went to the grave and didn't get back up. Because when Jesus went to the cross, he crucified every excuse. So no, Johnny, you ain't got to have the alcohol bottle because everybody in your family had. That's just an excuse. You can be free because the Bible says who the Son set free is free indeed. And be not entangled with the yoke of bondage no more. That's just an excuse. Don't. You ain't got no excuse to live in bondage. Every excuse he took to the cross, gave up his life that you can have life and that more abundantly. Oh, Shandariosaya. There are 3 seeds that excuses are birthed from. 3 seeds that excuses are birthed from. The first seed is limited vision. And that's when we can't see ourselves moving any further or doing anything better than what we're doing right now. Limited vision. 3 John says, beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health, even as my soul prospereth. Prosper means to succeed, to thrive, to grow, etc. How can you succeed when you're not taking the initiative to get up? It takes an initiative. That means it takes an effort to get up. That means it takes something from you. You got to do something. Limited vision is a distorted vision. You see things one way, just your way. And if everybody don't agree with your way, because your way is the right way,